Dear colleagues, welcome on board of LEX Regulatory updates for the Russian pharmaceutical sector. My name is Maria Barzova, and I will be helping you follow the most important developments as of June 2017. Inter alia, we will be discussing the following issues: the rules for the formation of the essential drugs list, approved amendments and draft initiatives, the draft amendments concerning pricing methodology, and the interchangeability of different international non-proprietary names of the medicines. Let's start with the listing rules. On the 12th of June, the Russian government adopted amendments to the rules for the formation of the essential drugs list. The relevant amendments have already entered into force. According to the amendments, full-cycle products receive preferential treatment during assessment done on EDL submissions, as compared to foreign products and partially localized products. Moreover, according to these amendments, including the medicine on the 7N list, which means the list of high-cost medicines, and excluding an alternative medicine from this list, must not result in an increase of budgetary funds. These regulatory changes may be regarded as an additional administrative barrier created as a budgetary protection mechanism. However, the ongoing reform of the listing rules is far from being over. An additional package of amendments is being under discussion. On the 3rd of July, public discussions about further changes to the EDL formation rules ended. Within the framework of public discussions, the Ministry of Health proposed extending the time frame for assessing the EDL submissions. Today, the deadline for submission is the end of March. However, in accordance to the draft amendments, a submission may be made by January 15th. Therefore, the EDL Formation Commission should obtain additional time for its comprehensive expert review. The Ministry of Health also proposed a number of changes to the existing assessment scale and assessment procedures, as well as suggested a specific regulatory pathway for excluding medicines from the EDL. We note that today, excluding a medicine from the EDL is possible if the company applies voluntarily. The draft amendments propose the mechanisms for excluding a medicine from the EDL upon proposal of the specific institution of the Russian Ministry of Health and upon the results of the comprehensive expert review. It is still not clear when the relevant amendments will be finalized and what impact may be anticipated. Therefore, we recommend monitoring the relevant developments. Meanwhile, we are moving to the next issue. On the 20th of June, public discussions ended concerning the draft amendments to the existing pricing methodology and pricing registration rules. The market is quite concerned about these amendments. Inter alia, the Ministry of Health proposed the following. The draft amendments propose re-registering the prices for all essential drugs in accordance with new rules by January 2019. The draft amendments also suggest changing the list of reference countries and suggest an obligation of the foreign pharmaceutical manufacturer to lower the prices if the prices in reference countries go down. The draft amendments also suggest limitations on the registered prices in terms of the prices formed as a result of state bidding. On the 23rd of June, the Federal Anti-Monopoly Service held an expert review council to discuss the relevant amendments. Upon the results of these discussions, a number of comments were submitted to the Russian Ministry of Health. However, it seems that the debates are not over. Some experts believe that the amendments will be adopted by the end of this year. Therefore, we recommend closely monitoring further developments. Meanwhile, we are moving to the last issue. This year, the Federal Anti-Monopoly Service stated that for the purposes of state procurement, certain medicines having different INNs are interchangeable. The relevant INNs are listed on your screens. In 2017, the Federal Anti-Monopoly Service issued 2 clarification letters on the subject. The Ministry of Health disagreed with this approach and disputed the relevant findings in the Court of Law. The next court hearing is scheduled for July 24th. This court case may become an important precedent in the future. Therefore, we'll be monitoring the relevant developments. And this is all for today. Please keep yourselves informed.